Hello. So I'm just having an urge to make a little video. I've been inspired by a few videos like this that I found really, really helpful and just so quaint and just so warm, but that actually talk about real life as well. So they're talking about difficult things, but doing it in a really in a pleasant way, not in a way that scares you. So I wanted to try to do that. And if I continue to do this, I might just be experimenting on how I approach this. But the reason I want to do one now is just because of how I'm doing and how I'm feeling. And I want to just talk a little bit about the notion of letting go. As everything, it's easier said than done. And in my experience, it's also, you don't quite understand it until you're going through it. And then you're sort of like, oh, okay, I get it now. And I think that's where I'm at. I'm very much in it still, but I'm starting to find myself in new territory. And just starting to understand what it means. It's not always easy to let go, definitely not easy. You want to try and control things, and it might not feel like that. You'll probably never say, I'm trying to control something, but it really is that often. But hopefully for you, if you are going through that, then hopefully there will come a day where slowly you just start to let go. Because holding on is much more painful than actually letting go. And it's not until we start to let go then we realize that. And if you're religious, it might be easier to let go. If you're someone who's quite religious, someone who's quite spiritual too, to entrust your fate in the hands of something or someone else. I don't consider myself religious, more of a spiritual person. I don't particularly like using the word God. I prefer to say the universe. That's just where I'm at. But I'm feeling that I'm slowly letting go, slowly being able to let go now, and just letting it go to the universe. I found myself, I think when we find it difficult to let go, then we can sometimes find ourselves in quite vicious circles and really unhealthy patterns. So for me, when I felt like I was starting to let go, which is pretty much where I am right now in my life, it was nice, but it is nice, but it's weird. And I took a moment to reflect, and I'm doing a lot of that these days with the help of therapy too. And I took a moment to reflect, and I'm like, this is weird. And at the moment, I'm at the conclusion that it's weird because it's something new and it's different in a positive way. I'm really disciplining myself to not get into those vicious cycles. And that's been a job and a half. And even in the last couple of weeks, I find myself just being able to do it. Still working on it, not out of it, won't be out of it for a while. But the last couple of weeks where I felt like I have been able to stay away, it's been different. And the thought that came up to me was, okay, so this is it. This is what it is to start to let go. For a while, I've been saying, despite the difficult things happening in my life as recent, I've been saying, I'm excited for the future because I wonder what it has for me, what it holds for me. And as I start to let go, for me, it's okay, there you go, universe. I hope you do your best. What have you got for me? And sometimes when you let go of control, or just let go, it can be really interesting to see, okay, what have you got in store for me? And just kind of go with the flow. Dare I use that again? It might be that you come to a point in a day in your life where something just clicks and you just say, I've had enough of this. I need to let go. There's some sort of change happening. And with everything as well, it starts with being aware. Especially when we find ourselves in the same patterns. I, for one, was quite aware, but felt almost powerless to do anything about it, which is absolutely okay, absolutely normal. But came a point where I was like, I'm just tired of this. I just don't want to do this anymore. I want peace. I want happiness. I just want to be at peace. And I want to take one day at a time. And I just want to leave it to someone else and say, okay, I'm giving it to you now. So it's not in my control. What is in my control is how I react to others, though. So letting go is just kind of stopping yourself starting something. For me, that was what letting go is about. That is what it's about. So yeah. I hope that you'll get that moment at some point where you can let go, where you might just get fed up. And even in that fed up, even in that peace, even in the letting go, there will be sadness, there will be a difficult emotion. There will be that. But there's going to be acceptance and trust, I think. And trust that things will work out for the best, whatever that means. Even if they don't work out in the way that you hope they would. But just trusting that, whatever happens will be good. So there you go. I hope you manage to let go of difficult things in your life. And I hope you manage to trust whatever is you're letting go and whatever is you're giving it to. And that you can find some peace within that as well. Take care.